Okay, your minutes and Dalton TV cable. Mr. Boyle, will you read that?
Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Whitney, will you do the roll call, please?
Dan
Here.
John Boyle.
Yes.
Chair Robert Mitchell.
Here.
Town Manager Terry.
I'm here.
Next to you, Mark Stroud.
Please excuse. Yeah, Tony. Tony's way excused. Okay, next on the agenda is minutes of June 2nd, 2026. Mr. Boyle.
Yes. Mr. Chairman, I move that the minutes of June 2nd, 2026 be approved as presented.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any corrections or further statements? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so moved. The public to address the board. This is a time when the public may address the board on any item listed on the meeting agenda or any issue or matter of the town. If you intend to comment on an item listed on the meeting agenda, please do so at this time, as we will not be taking comments from the audience when the item comes up for board discussion. The public address to the board segment will last no longer than 30 minutes. Each individual will be given up to 3 minutes. If you intend on addressing the board, we ask you to do the following. Please raise your hand to be recognized by the board chair. Please speak up to the podium. Please step up to the podium and speak into the microphone. Please identify yourself by name, address, or the company/institution you represent. Please address your comments to the board chair. Please make your comments concise and try not to repeat statements made by others. Discussion or debate on any issue may not take place at this time. The chair or the designee may answer questions on procedural matters. Is there anyone that would like to speak? Sandy, Maureen.
This microphone.
Yep.
Maureen Mitchell, 1099 North Street. I'm a member of the board of the Council on Aging. In the back row, we have more board members. We had sent you some info in reference to the usage policy. Could you just read the top line for me, Chairperson?
I got to pull up on my phone.
I have it here. Would you like-
Okay, yeah, that'd be fine. Thank you,
That's the
Maureen.
one that I highlighted.
Watch the lines.
The mission of the Dalton Council on Aging is to promote the physical, emotional, social, and economic well-being of older adults and to promote their participation in all aspects of community life.
We, as a subcommittee, last Wednesday, did some revisions. Later, you'll cover that in 11. But I have it posted over here as well.
That's good, that's nice. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank you, Maureen.
Appreciate it. Jimbo? Yes, sir. Is it okay to call you Jimbo or you call you?
Everybody calls me Jimbo. Jimbo Doucette, 10 Renee Drive. Mr. Chairman, I went to the Clean Air Committee meeting, the last meeting, and the committee members agreed that we should get an attorney to represent the town. One who's very strong in fighting against pollution, dirt pollution, environmental issues, and Mr. Boyle and Mr. Williams very strongly advocated for this. I was just concerned that I don't think Mr. Boyle can speak for the whole select board. So before we could actually hire an attorney as the town, would that have to be approved by the board?
Yes.
Select board? Yeah. So I'm hoping there'll be an update on that with the committee meeting representation tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Jimbo, there's some rampant confusion. When is the next meeting?
For the Clean Air Committee?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I
As
was,
I said, it's confusion because he tried to get a continuance and ran afoul of the open meeting law.
Mhm.
And then nothing. I didn't see anything on the agenda for 2 weeks.
I'm not a member of that committee.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Kelly? Sure.
Kelly Pizzi, I'm the director to the Dalton Council on Aging, and I want to be available to answer questions should anybody.
Absolutely, please do, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Ron? Go ahead.
Yeah, around Griffin, 33 Florence Street, Dalton, Mass. I just want to reserve my right to comment if there's anything appropriate or relevant that I'd like to speak to. That's
Absolutely.
okay?
Sure.
Thank you.
Richard?
Okay, so Richard Hall, 164 Greenridge Drive, Dalton. As you're probably all aware, last Wednesday, Berkshire Concrete submitted their application. When they went into the side of 10516, they cut down a lot of forest, which they were exempt because of mining, but did require a town permit, which they did not have. My concern with this is that can we send them a letter by the end of the week to make sure they don't try and jump the gun and cut down trees in the pieces of property they have, because trees take decades to grow and 5 minutes to cut down. So that's my first request. I did check with the Department of Forestry, and there was no plan filed in the last 5 years for that property. So therefore, they were assuming that because they were getting a permit, they'd just chop down the trees. So that's number one. And I do have the contact at the DCR if you need it. Number two, when they looked at the wetlands, they filed a notion of intent. Along with the notion of intent, they filed photographs of the work that was actually done before the notice of intent was filed, which is in violation of the Wetlands Protection Act.
Did
So
they
my-
tag them? They should have tagged them.
Pardon?
Did they tag them with an enforcement order?
No. So, I mean, that's Department DEP. But again, my request is that we send a letter to them to make sure if they want to do any work in wetlands areas, in the new properties they're looking at mining, that they send a notice of intent before they actually do any work.
Yeah.
So that they're on record that they can't cut down trees and they can't squish brooks or salamanders without actually having a permit from the DEP to do that.
Yeah.
So that's the first two parts. The third part, let me just give you a copy of this. All right. This might be Terry one as well. Thank you. So with their filing, they also filed a copy of the mitigation plan that was stamped 2nd of July, but given to the town on the 18th of August. So I asked the Board of Health what was happening with this, because it's under the Board of Health purview, and they didn't know anything. So then I asked in the meeting last week what was going on with this. And apparently I was told that, well, you may not like it, but you know, they may be able to go and just go through that particular piece of property. So obviously it's the planning board's, well, Board of Health, but as the Board of Health doesn't know anything about it, as I asked the second time and no one seemed to know anything about it, what Berkshire Concrete is going to say at their permit hearing is, well, the town didn't come back to us with any, updates for the mitigation plan, so therefore they must be happy with what we've done, so therefore there's no reason why we can't just go through the property as we want to do. Okay? So that's my major concern here. Also, as part of, you'll see there's a picture of the fence that was taken maybe 500 yards away. You'll notice behind the fence, you can see the trees.
Oh.
So apparently they've decided that a mesh barrier on top of the fence isn't necessary because it won't hold up to the weather. Maybe I ought to offer $50 for anyone that can put a golf ball through that fence. Because if you can see the trees, I don't see how it's going to stop any dust.
Yeah, you can see it
True.
too.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So from a layman's point of view, the other piece of the puzzle is they draw a line between the unused and the used part on the updated permit, but they left totally off where the gravel finishes by the lake. So I'm not professional, but there's two questions I would have, and I gather we've hired a firm to review this and give comments, is the fence doesn't seem to be going to do anything, and they've also not fully mitigated the whole piece of property, which they dug out without a permit. And Brian Duval, in his letter back to the Selectboard, let's see, on July 29th, once Board of Health receives the independent review they require from Berkshire Concrete to implement additional measures that may be designed to further prevent material from leaving the site or findings that confirms the measures put in place as sufficient. The Town Council agreed that at this time the best course of action would be to let the Board of Health enforce these measures play out. So my question is, as no one seems to know what's going on with this plan, and it's imperative that as the town we respond to it before the planning board has their meeting, so that Berkshire Concrete can't say, well, we gave them the plan, they didn't seem to want us to make any changes, so we're assuming it's acceptable. Well, in my eyes, it's definitely not acceptable, and we should look at how we follow up on this. And maybe, as Brian's the enforcement officer, I mean, we may not agree with how he wants to handle this, but he says right there exactly what he thinks should be done. So maybe he should report back to somebody and the public on exactly what's being done to look at this plan.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Richard, quick question.
Sure.
This picture with the mesh fence,
Yes.
does this fence in any way purport to delineate the property line?
No, I think it's set inside the property line,
Okay.
where it's shown on the plan. But if you look at the plan, the signed plan says that it should have mesh on it. But letter before that plan was signed on the 2nd of July from their lawyer says, well, we're not going to do mesh anymore. We're actually going to just do plastic, pieces
Okay.
of plastic.
All right. Okay, I see it over here, you spoke, yeah.
And you can see
Yeah.
where the rock is
Yeah.
and how much they haven't. I mean, this is old news to you. You all know this. But I'm saying, if it goes to the planning board and we haven't acted, that's all they're going to say. You know that's what they're going to
The planning board has 90 days to decide on a special permit application, and they have every opportunity to comment on their mitigation plan in that process
Okay.
as well, and object to or suggest different measures be taken. I don't know that we've got the feedback from our engineering company regarding the mitigation plan because it was just received.
Yeah. well, that's-
So,
we just felt
I think the bottom line is your comments are, I think, more suited for that special permit hearing in
Okay.
general. Although, that being said, if we get the feedback from the engineers, we can certainly give that to
Right.
Trico before the special hearing comes up, but
Yeah, as long as at the special hearing they don't go, well, you guys didn't do anything.
well, they
I mean,
can't.
Yeah, okay, and that's fine. You know better.
There's
than I
90
do.
days.
Yeah.
Until the planning board approves the permit, that mitigation plan is still open for discussion.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Dan,
Thank you.
the 90 days start when the day they submit the plan to the planning board?
I don't know.
The
I don't
application
know
will-
I don't know that. I won't answer. I can't answer.
Yes, right? So with 90 days, they got up to close to right around Christmas.
The clock is ticking.
Yes. And it was said the other night that they scheduled their major hearing for on or about November something. November 19th, correct? So, they can't, they can't,
Continue a hearing for up to 90 days.
yeah,
Yeah,
but,
it's not.
but they also could make the decision on the 19th, right?
They could, yeah.
Yeah, that's important.
But they could give feedback
Yeah.
and continue the
Richard,
hearing.
thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. To answer your question you asked,
What?
Jimbo, on the new date,
Yeah,
I think it was suggested it was going to be pushed to Wednesday at 3:30, but like you, I haven't heard anything, so I'll reach out and see.
you mean in 2 days?
Yeah.
Well, it was on there yesterday, so the open meeting law requires it to be posted for at least 48 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying that's what I.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you, Richard.
Okay, anyone else? Dennis?
I'm wearing my historical commission hat tonight.
Which one tonight?
I just want to announce that the historical commission is attempting to embark on a plan to honor our hometown heroes with a banner program. Some of you have seen them in surrounding communities, Lanesboro, Lenox, Adams, North Adams. So we're trying to work with any other groups, civic groups in the town. We're talking with the American Legion, the VFW, and any other civic groups that would like to join us in this effort. We certainly appreciate that. Just wanted to let you know that.
I think it's a fantastic thing to do for our vets. I think it's the least we can do. What do you think, gentlemen? Should we support it? I say.
Yeah, of course.
Motion to support it.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we support this wholeheartedly.
Second.
Okay, motion been made and seconded. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I will also bring it up at the Lions Club. We have a meeting Wednesday, so. Thank you.
Thank you. Dennis, we can keep this? Yeah.
All right, thank you. Thank you for doing that. Okay, anyone else? Okay, number 6. It's a bittersweet moment.
Yes.
Bittersweet. I hope my eyes don't start sweating here, so. This is a recognition of Sandy Albano, retiring from the Town of Dalton after 25 years. You don't know what it is. I cannot thank you enough for everything you did, especially when you served as the intern like Terry did. You know, you gave it everything, and we're gonna miss you. So we just want to say thank you. We got a little something for you. And if you want to come up and get your posies.
Thank you, Bob, and board.
Hey, that's blue, kid. Hey, Sandy.
Want to do a picture?
Sure.
Yeah.
Put my glasses on.
We can go over there.
Everybody wants to see this.
Maybe we'll go over there, yeah. Want to hold the flowers? Sure.
Keep that away.
Just that right, John.
What's a speed bump? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sandy.
Now, before Sandy leaves, we have a suggestion to ask department heads to explain what their job entails. Pretty much everybody knows the basics, but the little details that aren't normally known by people. So Sandy, would you mind expanding?
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I am going to let you know what the duties of the town accountant are. So Massachusetts general laws provide for the appointment of a town accountant. Town accountant shall be sworn to the faithful performance of their duties, shall hold office for 3 years, and shall hold no other town office involving the receipt or disbursement of money. The town accountant should be a person with training and experience to maintain the municipality's key financial records. These records include statement of expenditures and revenue, a balance sheet of assets, liabilities, and fund balances. The records verify that a town's monies are being collected and dispersed in accordance with the law and the municipality's financial policies, including its operating budget. Town accountants review proposed expenditures to make sure that money has been lawfully appropriated and paid for them. Accountants are empowered to prepare all warrants for payment. A warrant is a list of bills drawn up by the accountant for a signature by the Selectboard or town manager, and withhold payment for a payment of a particular item if they have a reason to believe the expense is illegal or fraudulent or in excess of appropriation. To authorize expenditure payments, accountants should make sure that services have been performed, that sufficient money is available in the appropriation account, and that the expenditure is for a legal purpose, and that procurement of the goods and services occurred in conformance with purchasing requirements. Copies of all contracts involving payments to vendors should be sent to the office of the accountant, who will approve all requests and payment upon receipt of goods or services by the town. The accountant is responsible for custody of all municipal contracts. The accountant verifies cash and receivables and receivable balances in the general ledger, and reconciles differences with appropriate departments, creates and posts all general ledger journal entries as required. Monthly reports on spending versus appropriations are prepared to notify department heads and select boards of any potential overspending. In addition, the town accountant is responsible for the preparation of numerous summary reports, such as statement of expenditures, revenues, and balance sheet of assets, liabilities, and fund balances, budgets of appropriation, record of debt, and other schedules and reports. Required annual reports prepared for the Department of Revenue, like the Schedule A, are usually completed by the accountant. This report is a detailed statement of revenues and expenditures. This schedule must be prepared and submitted to the department by a predetermined due date, or state aid payments may by law be withheld. With most positions in municipal government, annual training and professional development are key to becoming a successful accountant. Mass Department of Revenue and Massachusetts Municipal Auditors and Accountants Association provide training opportunities each year. Implementing recommendations by the town independent auditors, thereby taking advantage of additional opportunities and strengthening the internal operating controls of the town's accounting system. That's it in a nutshell.
Yeah, see?
That's a lot of work.
Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sandy. You've done a wonderful job for the town.
Thank you.
We're lucky to have you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, next on our list is appointments. Mr. Williams.
Yes, sir.
You want to talk about Tyler?
Yes, Tyler Gaudette, we're recommending his appointment to dispatcher effective immediately. Tyler would like to have been with us tonight. However, he is actually, at this present moment, he's in training with Gabby, because Gabby happens to be on, and Gabby said, geez, can he perhaps like skip coming for his wave for the crowd moment? And she said, I'd really like to train him as much as I can, as soon as I can. And so I said he would be excused, but that we would still be able to appoint him to the position.
Mr. Chairman, I move that Tyler Gaudette be named to a dispatcher post effective immediately.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Tyler.
So that's good, that he's already just the second.
Hey, he done the job.
On the job.
That's right.
So it started at 7 overnight, or?
Poor guy.
Okay, Mr. Williams, or Tiffany.
Okay, this is a really happy moment for me. This is my first official hire in my own new position as interim town manager. We got a number of applications in, and we narrowed them down and did some interviews. And Tiffany rose to the top by all the members of the interview team. And so I offered her the position last Thursday, I believe, and she immediately accepted, and she's with us tonight. So I would hardly recommend that she be appointed.
Wonderful.
Mr. Chairman, I move that Tiffany Whitney be appointed the town accountant effective October 14th, 2025.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded. Is there any further comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Tiffany, you want to come up and say a little something about yourself, or congratulations, or?
Why not?
Yeah, you sure.
Anywhere.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tiffany, and I'm honored to be your new town home. I'm happy to serve the community, and if there's anything that I can ever help anybody with, I'm more than happy to help in any way. So, God bless Dalton and all of you. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Before we proceed to the next appointment,
Yeah.
we have to have a small conference because you can't vote for yourself.
Okay.
Dan and I constitute a majority.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay, that's the question.
majority of those present, I
Yeah.
believe.
One more thing on Tiffany, she will be getting some training from Sandy.
Yeah.
So Sandy's agreed to work with her. So then she, hopefully she can pass off some of her secrets to you.
Mr. Chairman, I move that Robert Bishop be
Yeah.
appointed to the Conservation Commission effective immediately through June 30th, 2026.
Second.
Okay, go ahead, John.
Is there any discussion, Dave?
No, Robert, thank you for stepping up, and thank you for your service to the town in a variety of capacities.
Yep.
Thanks for bragging.
Now, Bob brings experience and common sense to the Conservation Commission, which is always helpful. Anyway, anything else?
Oh,
All in favor?
aye.
All right, motion is carried. Congratulations, Bob, another job for you. Okay, then we have Mary Ferrell. I move that Mary Ferrell be appointed to the Dalton Cultural Council effective immediately through June 30th, 2026.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded. Is there any further comments or concerns? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Good.
Thank you for meeting.
Thank you, Mary.
Back. Thank you, Mary. Okay, number 9, town interview, final interview schedule. We will be doing live interviews Monday, everything from when the select board gets the candidates handed off, which will be on Monday, the 29th. Everything has to be done in open session. The only thing on the agenda will be the opening, as far as the salute to the flag and the roll call. Everything else, there's going to be no public address to the board, no nothing. This is going to be just for interviews. Each interview is going to last an hour with a 15-minute interview intermission in between. We can get anywhere from 3 to 5. So we're probably gonna start around 5:30-ish, maybe. The time is still a little flex. And we'll announce it well in advance. We will be receiving their resumes. And this afternoon, Terry, myself, and Lori Martinelli put together a list of questions that will be distributed amongst the select board members. And we'll go from there. And the following day on Tuesday, we'll reconvene to choose our final candidate. We'll vote for the final candidate on Tuesday.
What time would that one be? It's normal 7 o'clock for that, or earlier?
Yeah, why don't we just make it normal 7?
Will that be a regular, just a meeting for that purpose?
That will be just a meeting for that purpose only.
Thank you. That's
Easiest-
September
easiest stuff.
28th and 29th and 30th.
29th and 30th, yep. So we should have a person named by the 30th, and then it's all subject to contract negotiations after that, so. So this whole, Terry, I still got your plane tickets in.
Indeed.
All right, any questions? Okay,
Do you know if Tony will be back for those?
Tony's gonna be, no, he won't be back, he was gonna be on Zoom from Spain.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Very good.
4 in the morning there.
It's
That's,
gonna be late.
He's 6 hours ahead of us, so we
Okay.
better get some sleep early.
all right, thanks, Bob.
Okay, the sale of the Barton property, Mr. Williams.
Well, I have this as part of my update, but I'll read this bit and we can, go back and forth a little bit after that. The disposition of the final parcel of Barton property is now beginning. We have decided to request sealed bids for this 9.15 acre piece. We will require a minimum bid of the assessed value of the property, which is $28,900, and that a deposit of 10% of that, or $2,890, must accompany the bid. The details on the exact timing of submission and opening will be posted shortly, both on the town website and published in the Berkshire Eagle. So that's the update, and so Lori and I are working on getting that going.
Terry,
Tentatively thinking of.
does this require any action by the board?
Pardon?
Does this action require any action by the board?
I don't believe so at this time. It will require that the board accept the offer when the time comes.
Except the best little bid that the board feels is in the best interest of the town.
Yes,
The
that's
state's
correct.
in.
That's correct. I mean, again, it's a sealed bid, and we'll have a particular time and place of the opening, and then subsequent to that, you guys will accept the bid.
But we're just going for highest, right? I mean,
As John stated, right,
We reserve to award the bid to what we feel is in the best interest of the town.
which more than likely would be the highest bid, but not necessarily.
Unnecessary.
what criteria do we use for that decision?
Well,
Just curious.
well, if we think it's a suitable endeavor to be located on that property.
Well, if there's no proposal, they just want to purchase the property, there's no proposed use.
Well, there might be. That's what, the board might not like it, it might not fit in with the zoning criteria.
It's
There's a
fine.
lot of,
I'll wait until it
Yeah.
comes before the board.
yeah, right, exactly.
No reason to,
But that is a bid.
okay, fair enough.
So, Terry, tell us again, when the final day for submitting a bid and what
Well-
day will the board act on it?
We haven't exactly hemmed in on it, but we believe it's going to be the 3rd of November
Yep.
for the receipt of the bids.
Yep.
And the 10th, which would be a meeting, your first meeting of November, to, open and,
November or October?
no, November 10th. This is November 3rd, this was your recommendation,
Wait a minute. So what is the final day for submitting the bid?
11/3. That was your recommendation, sir.
You guys want to talk about this offline?
Yeah.
No, hey, fine.
I'll forward you the email.
Okay. Number 11, use of the senior center. Does anyone want to speak on the use of the senior? Is Lynn on? No, the only thing I'm going to say is I refer any action to the board of directors. That's what the board of directors is for, correct? That's what, I mean, anybody that wants to use the senior center should come before the board of directors. I mean, the board doesn't have the right to say you can make here or there. I mean, the last thing we want to do is have like public events here or something, I mean, get an insurance problem or something, so. I mean, I'm going to defer everything that comes our way to the board, if that's okay with you guys.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't think the select board even really has the authority. It's the Council on Aging Board of Directors that has the authority to determine who uses the space in accordance with their mission. And so I'm in full support of that continued mission. And the reason why the town committees and boards moved over here is because of the accessibility concerns at Town Hall. I believe if, you know, when we can resolve those issues, we might be able to move back over there, relieve some of the pressure on this facility here, because there is there's wear and tear and depreciation that occurs with continued use. And you need to keep up with that, and it's an expense. Depreciation is paper, it's an on-paper accounting expense, but eventually you have to replace stuff that depreciates. So I really appreciate the work of the committee and Kelly putting together this packet that explained everything. And gave us a full rundown of the schedule. This building is fully utilized. It is not underutilized by any means. And to try to fit more activities or more uses into this building, I would not support it. So that's my 2 cents.
And I posted what you're speaking on the wall over there.
Yeah. Would these be available for anybody, this packet be available for anybody that's interested in trying to see if they could have an event?
We have to vote as the board of directors to accept the changes that were made, and that's at our next meeting.
Okay. So how, if somebody wanted to use it, did they just send you a letter to the board of directors or to Kelly?
Director on that.
Yeah.
Okay, and you guys will
Perfect.
deliberate on it?
Kelly's the
Usually they'll ask me, and I just tell them that when, back in 2013, the select board had given the Council on Aging Board the authority to decide how the building is utilized, so they had decided that it would be available for town departments, but not for community rental and private events.
Yeah, we don't want to.
Yeah, we don't want
We
to.
don't want to get into that.
So they asked me, and I try to explain that to them, but then they don't listen. They think I'm making the decision. I'm not. I'm protecting the board's
Well,
decision.
now, it's clear to us too, so if somebody asks us, we got some information for us.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I always tell them, you know, if they want it changed, they can come before the board and make a case,
Right,
but they never do.
okay. Well, thank you and the board for everything you do, it's greatly appreciated.
Is there any decision required on our part, other than just clarifying that the Council on Aging Board of Directors is the sole decision-making authority for the use of the senior center?
Yeah, exactly, it's sole, I mean, we are the select board and we do have jurisdiction over all top properties.
Sure.
But we have delegated it,
Yes.
yeah, and that's been in effect since 2005,
13.
13.
13?
And we're gonna leave this.
They didn't open until 2011.
So the authority's been delegated, there's no reason to make any new decisions. Just reinforce.
Can I make a comment that
Absolutely.
the 2 people that you see on the top of the list, Kelly and Aurora, they do a fantastic job. If you understand what it takes to do this scheduling and moving furniture and whatnot, and I believe they're underpaid. Not volunteer.
I think everybody in town's underpaid.
Yeah. Select me. Item 12, right?
Yeah, item 12.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we extend the contract of the interim town manager by 30 days till November 2nd, 2025.
Second,
Okay, motion's been made and seconded, and I'd just like to say, the reason we want to do this, number one, when we do select a candidate, sometimes it's gonna take, they have to give notice maybe for a job they're in, so there may be a 2-week delay or a 3-week delay. But we also want Terry to have the time with the new town manager to acclimate him to some of the programs and stuff like that, show him around town and stuff like that. It's very important not to just put somebody in the job cold. So I'm totally 100% behind this, and we do have the money in the budget to do it. Maybe I'll give you your tickets back now.
Yeah, right.
and the provisions of that extension are outlined in the current contract, so.
Yes.
And it's good to know that we don't have to, go through any,
We may need to execute at least one signature to do the actual extension,
Okay.
but the provisions for
extension.
how it works, it's laid out in the contract. And maybe, who was handling it? It was me and John.
Yeah.
So me and John can convene and maybe set up a time to meet with you.
Sure.
Let's see, probably sometime this week would be fine.
Typically, all
Yes.
But we should vote right now on
Yes,
each
absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Thank you, Terry.
You're on for another 30.
Kiss those tickets goodbye, buddy.
I
Okay.
guess I'll finally really have to cancel those flights.
Okay, review of the revised employee handbook. That handbook is really neat. I think it's great. You guys, whoever, everybody involved in that, all the hard work in that, is getting the town employees up to modern day stuff. So, Terry, if you want to speak on that?
Well, this project is really a good project. It combines what was 2 or 3 former individual documents into one consolidated document. It's quite lengthy. This is a picture of a draft here. It's 60 pages, basically. But it really covers everything, and there are some changes in here that were really needed to bring us up to modern day, personnel, benefits and such. So, for example, I'll just rattle through a few of the major changes. The current sick leave is currently 5 days a year for an employee only. Cannot be used for a family member. If a family member is ill, you can't use sick time if you're an employee. That seemed totally out of step with things. So that's changed now, where you can have up to 5 days to be used to care for family members and use sick time. Eligibility previously began at 6 months with 3 days sick leave in the first year. Now it's changed, and eligibility begins at higher, an accrual of 1 day per month, i.e. 12 days a year, of which the 5 can be used for family members, is now in force. Eligibility begins at higher. Sick employees, by the way, should not come to work. If you're trying to not use your sick time, please don't make everybody else ill. Vacation time. We used to have a maximum of 5 weeks accrual. Now we're going to have the addition of a 6-week at 20 years, and that basically is consistent with our union agreements. So trying to stay 20 years. Okay. Personal leave was 4 days per fiscal year after completing 60 days of employment. Now we have personal leave for probationary employees for 2 days granted after 6 months and 2 more after 1 year. Deposit of payroll direct deposit was voluntary. Going forward, any new employees, it's mandatory for new hires for direct deposit. Frankly, it's a lot better for everybody concerned, so we hope to get everybody eventually on board with that. Flex time for hourly employees, there was no consistent administration or cap on accrual, and contingency time for exempt employees was for Friday, Saturday work only. Now, compensatory time and straight time up to 40 hours worked a week for non-exempt employees, with work over 40 hours paid at 1.5 overtime or taken in comp time. Employee choice, comp time is capped at 40 hours annually. It's paid out after 2 months. It does not roll over to the new fiscal year. Exempt employees may flex schedules with the approval of supervisor and do not accrue comp or contingency time. This is consistent with the Fair Labor Standards Act, which is, of course, a federal law. Meal breaks were previously undefined. Now, the new policy, if taking a 30-minute meal break, you must add 30 minutes to a work day. If not taking the 30-minute meal break, you may be paid to continue working. So that's something, that's an employee's choice. But they have to complete their day if they take that half hour for lunch. There's also going to be proposed new policies, which I won't go into detail. Some of these are typically based on federal and state law, like affirmative action, equal opportunities, disability accommodation, ADA, CORI and SORI policy, workplace violence, weapons policy, equal pay law, are all contained in the new document. It's a really overall tremendous work that our consultants did with the help of Dawn and Sandy in particular, and I assisted a little bit. There's a question, and still to be raised, about when this will be 100% effective. Dawn is recommending next July 1, but there's the discussion of maybe making it sooner, like January 1. I have taken a couple of the policies and made them available right now, and that includes the sick time for family members. It's immediately available, as is remote work for, again, town manager approval only for extenuated circumstances, and you have to be able to do your job remotely to even qualify. And again, it's mainly for situations where it's impossible for the employee to come into the office for those particular times. That was something that was not allowed for, period, in the old policy. So those two are immediately available for use. Again, town manager approval for remote work.
What we're doing tonight is approving the draft.
The draft changes.
The draft. Terry's gonna take it
the-
from here after we approve it to the department heads for their review and subject, and then we'll come back and.
We're gonna approve the draft.
Consultants are coming in pretty much a week and a half from now, a little over a week from now, to sit with all department heads, take their questions, comments, their concerns, and again, the final draft will be available sometime after these employee meetings, the department head meetings. And so I'm going to be, upon your approval, getting them off to all department heads ASAP for them to be ready for a week from now, when the consultants are actually going to be here in person for these two meetings.
I think we're approving the draft employee handbook, the entire.
Yes, it's a draft you're approving.
And the changes are already,
There are many
they're all,
changes.
they're already in there, okay.
Most changes have been made. If there are any additional changes, there are a couple that we gave them quite recently that they wanted to wait until the final term.
I would move that we approve implementation of the recently designed and produced employee handbook for the benefit of the town employees to clarify their employment status.
Draft.
Draft.
Second.
Okay, motion been made second. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you for everybody who worked on it. It's pretty cool, so.
Yeah.
Okay, Clean Air Committee. Who wants to speak on that?
Do we have anybody from the committee? Dennis, you want to say a few words?
Put your sand hat on there, Dennis.
All right, so I'm switching hats. Clean air.
You look better the other.
We are meeting, we met last week and we're going to meet again this week to finalize the draft of the recommendations for the Clean Air Committee that will be submitting to the planning board. These are just recommendations, they're not gospel. There's a lot of discrepancies between various parties. Everybody has a little bit different feelings, so we're trying to come together on that. But I think it's developing as we go along, just taking a little bit longer than we anticipated. There's lots of questions about the whole permitting process, and I guess that's probably just the best way to leave it. There's just a lot of questions. Questions about the grandfathering, questions about the governor's signing in to affect a permit extension, which may affect it dramatically. We have not reached out to the state for clarification on that act that she submitted. But other than that, it's coming together. Hopefully we'll have it all, as it was indicated earlier, that the permit is in and the clock is ticking. The schedule for the permit process is the state-defined process. It's not subject to our approval or anybody's approval. It's outlined in state laws. It has to be done in a certain fashion. Everything has to happen. All the milestones have to happen within the defined period. So that will, as it indicated, was 90 days from start to finish. We got the permit last Wednesday, so it was filed on Thursday. So from Thursday on starts the clock.
Dennis, so one thing, the one thing was with regards to that new law signed by Governor Healy, for the permit extensions.
Mm-hmm.
It did say in the law, it referred to special permits, but we've already consorted with our attorneys, and they say that that is only valid if there's actually no changes in the operation, that they can extend the permit under those circumstances. So for example, the other two operations in town could probably extend without going through any oversight at all, 2 years. But when it comes to BCC, the fact that they're planning on making changes, i.e. Mining in new parcels, that, according to our attorney, makes that ability to just move forward as if nothing has happened impossible. They cannot do that. They must get a new special permit. And it's obvious by the fact that they put the application forward that they realize that.
Yeah.
Ron?
Yeah, excuse me. No, can I borrow your hat?
Backwards, huh?
Oh, shit, that's a big hat.
Except my head.
Is the draft, does the draft become available for public consumption once it's handed over to the board for your review? Please say yes.
Draft special permit application?
The draft that's been provided by,
The mitigation plan?
The conditions for the special permit.
yeah, all the conditions, will,
that's-
assuming that that'll be.
That's,
Well, so,
as far as I know, the conditions that at least the committee recommends are certainly are going to be public, and I suspect that there's no reason that the final permit conditions
Absolutely,
would be available for public consumption prior to the planning board meeting on the 19th.
It'll be the planning board's decision as to what additional conditions they might want to impose on the new permit.
Correct.
So, you can attend, all of those meetings will be public hearings. I'm not serving on the planning board, just speaking from experience, having served on the planning board in the past. But yeah, you'll have an opportunity to request copies of the application. You just have to do an information request through the town hall. It looks like Richard maybe already got a copy, so.
Yeah.
So Richard can share that, of course, and then,
Dan, are you saying they're available when they are submitted to the town hall?
well, Richard has a copy.
Okay.
Well, I guess.
So I think that was your question, Ron, when are they available, and if they're available in advance of the meeting?
Yeah, and I'm saying that is just said, that he's gonna be, this committee is gonna be handing over to you folks a draft, is that not true?
To the planning.
To the planning board, excuse me, a
Yeah,
draft, okay? My question is that available for public consumption?
Yeah.
I would think so.
I frankly, I think that's,
think
it's
so.
If it comes to us, it will be public.
And the planning board, it's
Right.
not gonna be a public record.
okay, so that's my question,
Okay.
okay?
Yeah.
I did have another one, but the hat kind of.
Look good in it though.
Thank you. I'll remember.
Yeah.
Jimbo, go ahead.
As I said at the beginning of the meeting, one of the things that was discussed during that Clean Air Committee meeting, which I attended, I'm not a member, was hiring a lawyer that specializes in
Good straight man.
environmental
He's a good straight man.
concerns, and especially if he knows stuff about land use, to help us, represent the town, and protect the town's interests. And Mr. Boyle, Mr. Williams signed on to this very enthusiastically.
I take exception to that.
I thought you did.
I did not.
You said you guys were going to work on it. You asked for names of lawyers.
Well, I asked for names of lawyers, but I did that in my role as town manager.
Okay.
But,
Well, I guess Ron Griffith, 33 Florence Street. That actually was my question, thank you.
Mhm.
It was a pretty exacting type of conversation about get a real, excuse me, a badass lawyer,
Pitbull.
a pit bull, right, Mr. Boyle? That's what the conversation was, and that was at the committee. And the other thing was not just a pit bull lawyer, but somebody with federal experience.
Preferably.
Okay, because it could reach a point where it goes to federal court. And I'm only saying that I don't know where we are in this process. I gave the town the names of 3 firms, legal firms, that have direct experience in this type of matter. I'm kind of curious as to where the town intends to head to protect itself and the community against a potential situation that, quite frankly, we've been experiencing for potentially the last year. So, what's going to happen? I mean, it was discussed.
Ready to go. We talked about getting requests for quotations or proposals or whatever.
Well, to look for them.
Yeah.
To find a qualified firm.
You guys have anything to comment on that, or?
Would you look into the options?
We can look into the options for sure. We will look into the options. I'll get together with Terry and John, and we'll look into the options, and we'll see if we can get some quotes.
Bottom line is we have to be careful about the use of town resources.
Yeah.
It's not an endless well that we can just pull money from to
Yeah.
hire a pit bull lawyer to do our bidding, or to do,
We can just
to do.
go over.
Dan, I understand.
I'm just saying,
I
we
understand
gotta
where
be
you're coming
careful
from.
here.
The thing that we're concerned about as people in this community, as taxpayers, the people that are
Absolutely.
generating the revenue and the monies for these types of potential uses, we need to be protected from a contractor who, quite frankly, doesn't give
Rascatutti.
about anything other than how much money he's making in this activity on 10516 and any of the other lots that he's gonna be mining on based on the permit language that I saw.
One thing I will say, I've said this before, any abutting landowner has the right to bring suit in Massachusetts court or federal court or wherever the jurisdiction may be, to pursue, addressing grievances with an abutting property owner. So you guys could hire your own lawyers if you wanted.
Well,
I don't know that it's necessarily
I
gonna fall on the town.
I take issue with that.
We haven't decided to sue
To me,
anyone.
it's a town's responsibility to protect the people that are paying the taxes, that live in this environment, and are being subjected to situations that are affecting the health of our children, of our older adults, and quite frankly, that's criminal.
I
And it
take
deserves
objection
the
to that.
attention, it deserves the attention
Let's stop
of the
this
town.
now. It's not criminal. That's silly.
I
Are you calling us criminals?
I apologize. for
That's
using-
ridiculous.
Okay.
Please.
You wanna get on your horse now? Go ahead.
No, I'm tired of.
Okay?
of-
No,
We
wait a
give you
minute.
guys so
I'm
much
tired of
leeway
having
here.
sand
You shut this
blow
down.
in my property, on my property,
Yes.
okay?
I understand that.
As do all of the other people that are experiencing the
Sand
same thing.
is all over town. It's everywhere.
Ron,
not
we'll
right.
look into it, okay?
Please.
Okay, anything else?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right, Terry, town manager update.
okay. Okay, we did knock off the Barden one, but, so today we fully executed 2 separate contracts with their partners, one for the sand analysis at Berkshire, DCC, Berkshire County Corporation, and some of the surrounding areas where there've been the most complaints. The other contract is for air monitoring, which will be at places suggested by the contractor in concert with our officials and residents. Next week, we plan to begin the process of getting both the projects off the drawing board and into action. We will keep you all apprised of our progress. So there's some good news for Ron and Richard. What? Okay, after consulting with the chair and vice chair, I have approved Chief Strout's request to add a crossing guard at Nessicus Middle School. Their principal indicates that there are some 40 students that are walking and need assistance of authorities to safely cross Route 8. The total cost should be less than $5,000, and after consulting with the Finance Committee, it was decided to move forward without additional appropriation due to the relatively small dollar amount.
Yep.
It's hoped that the current budget will suffice, and if not, a transfer closer to year-end will be authorized. I'll just quickly hit the handbook again. Now that the draft of the revised handbook has been approved by the Selectboard, see, I had this written, I knew you were going to take that forward. The consultant who assisted us in this endeavor, HR consultants, will be on site on September 30th and/or October 1st to meet with all department heads to explain the changes, answer questions, and solicit any further suggestions. Finally, this is not actually finally, but with respect to the dust complaints, the administrative assistant to the police chief has created a file on the shared drive for town officials where all the police reports will be collected in one place so that each can be completed by the addition of a written complaint submitted to the Board of Health and then monitored for taking action as needed. And finally, now that Article 3 of the special town meeting on the 17th, last Wednesday, has been passed, we are finalizing the MS4 stormwater project and have awarded it to CES Engineering for the $94,000 as appropriated. We are hoping to have the project underway as soon as possible to accomplish as much as we can before the winter weather sets in. And that's all I have.
Jerry, get back to the Barton property.
Yeah,
I think I made an error in submitting the suggested dates. Is it too late to change it?
no,
Okay. After conference with the chairman, we would like to open the bids on that on October 14th.
okay.
Okay?
So, well, Lori and I will make sure that it's on the website and advertised in the Eagle as soon as we can do it. And when, do you have a planned date for the opening, same time, October 14th?
Yeah, open and consider them on the 14th.
Right, all together.
That I mean.
Open and consider.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just, the last time you had wanted a week, I don't know why.
I don't know. It's too early in the morning when I sent you that email. But
I'm cool
the
with it.
deadline for submission is the 3rd of October, and we're going to open them on the 14th. Very good.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
Got it.
Can I ask, since I'm in a butter,
Yes?
which property that is?
That is,
The North Mountain Park that was set aside for North
Oh,
Mountain
that
Park.
was gonna be
Yeah.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay, future agenda items, any? Anyone? Items not anticipated 48 hours before the meeting. None? Remarks of the select board, I do have one. Getting back to the town manager's interviews, there's some concerns that Mark had a conflict, so we contacted our legal attorney. He had made a decision, said Mark's fine to do it, and all he has to do is put a non-disclosure and file it with the town clerk. So anybody has any questions, they can go and see his non-disclosure. So Mark is cleared to participate. I just want to be upfront with everybody on that. Anyone else?
yeah, I like it. Well, in the town hall today, discussing something with Bob and the chairman, Bob, you'd already left. It came to my attention that a piece of property known as owned by the Warren family still exists north of the Patrica site. And this property has been in the Warren family forever, since the 40s. Now it's belonged to a Warren heir, and she lives in Hartford, Connecticut. Ever since she had possession of it, the Warren family has stopped paying the taxes on it. And now we fast forward, they want to put a solar panel array on that piece of property. Your select board, through utilizing foresight and due diligence, insisted that before the planning board would grant a special permit, a condition be attached that stated that all the back taxes will be paid before any permits are issued. And they did, they agreed to that. There was some reservations, the town manager wasn't thrilled with this, but anyway, we got that done and inserted. That was 3 years ago, and nothing's happened since then. But, good news, somebody walked in the town hall within the last month and paid the back taxes. $397,000. So, that, Sandy, as the accountants will tell us, that's probably going into free cash, right? Or somewhere, the town has it. Yeah,
The sale of land goes in revenue, yes, it does.
yeah. Okay, it's just nice to have some good news and something to work out for the board. I thought that after 3 years, they would abandon the property because of that condition we attached. And, this is Citizen Energy, Joe Kennedy from Boston area, and just give it up. But they walked in with the check a month ago.
Wow.
It's really good news for the town. Almost $400,000.
Yeah, so that is tax title revenue.
Yes.
So it will go into general fund,
Okay.
and I'm sure it's going, our estimated receipts now are gonna be over the amount we budgeted. So that will help.
Hey,
It
you
won't
think we
go-
got two expert techs?
But it won't
The town's here.
be going until like a year from now, with, you know.
It'll be, you'll close at 26.
Yes.
So.
Not certified, you
Certified.
know, till like a year or more from now.
Yeah.
Just don't spend it yet.
I know, but we just wanted to share that with the town. You don't often have an
That's
opportunity.
great news.
Great news.
Great news.
Great news for the town.
Okay.
4,000 goes a lot, 400,000 goes a long way.
Okay, any other remarks? Okay, leads to announcements. Dalton Board of Health, as of 9/10/2025, are looking for 2 more Board of Health members. Dalton Board of Health meets the second Tuesday each month at 5:30. Board members may attend the meeting in person or by Zoom. The Board of Health works to prevent and control diseases, educate the community, and serves as a contact for public health issues. Please notify the Dalton Board of Health at 684-6111 if interested in being on the Board of Health. The Town of Dalton currently has the following employment opportunities: Town Manager and DPPW Motor Equipment Operator. Please visit the town website or contact the Town Manager's office for more information. Dalton's official meeting postings, agendas, and minutes can be viewed at mytowngovernment.org/01226. A special meeting of the Select Board is scheduled to take place on Monday, September 29th, 2025. The times to be determined, but at this point, most likely will be starting at 5:30 at the Dalton Senior Center with an option for remote participation. With that, a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you for coming, everybody, and good night, Dalton.